Well, hopefully that glare in your face isn't going to bother you the entire time. I'm trying to see if you can watch the baseball game while you're bored with my voice and very smart intellect of fantasy football reviewing. Week 4 fantasy draft review for the auction league. Let's start off with the pick'ems. If my website will ever. There we go. Thank you. The pick'ems. Old Influence in first place by 2 points. You're in first place in the other league, too. Gosh. It looks like you're on track to win some money here, at least maybe in one, if not 2 leagues. Don't screw up. Hope I didn't jinx you. Dragon Balls is in second. The Boys is in third. And then the rest are just way behind. So, how did we all fare for the double-header week? Well, we can say Du Bois is on fire. He's swept the thing. He's now 4-1 in first place. Arkham Fugitives also swept. He's now 3-2. And that means Captain Insano's and Nose Pickers both got swept. And now I am sitting in the cellar. That's wonderful. There's one sole undefeated team left. Ameristanzi. 5-0. Sweeping it. Vashta Stampede, 2 games back, even though he also swept this week. Dragon Balls and TD Racing got swept themselves. They're falling further and further behind the pack. The one last team that hasn't won a game, the Dirty, Dirty Engines. 0-5. I'm so sorry. The Miami Sharks are only 1 game behind you, or in front of you. They only have 1 win. That makes you feel any better. Old Influence swept their division, swept their doubleheader now. 4-1, builds a 2-game lead. Cardiac Kids right behind. Now let's look at the scoring for this week. Let's see what happened. Why did we get where we were? Well, the Sharks, 167 points, thanks to Mr. Aaron Rodgers. And maybe Deshaun Jackson. The rest, not so much. Just a little team effort is what it was. Dirty Engines. Why is your team struggling so bad? Maybe you should start with playing Matt Hasselbeck. He's been averaging 30 points a game. That would at least bring your total to 120 some points. The rest of your team just struggling. I don't understand why. You looks like you got a fairly solid team. Maybe you need a better tight end. You got Greg Olsen on the bench. Why would you not start Greg Olsen? He's obviously been Cam Newton's go-to guy, besides Steve Smith. Okay, I call your problem. Your problem is managerial error. That's what it is. It's not team problem. It's managerial error. Ben Roethlisberger has been struggling, with Matt Hasselbeck been doing great, and you're not playing him. Greg Olsen's definitely been playing better than Scott Chandler. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Well, let's see what the Sharks did to his other game. Sharks, where are you, Sharks? Ooh, unfortunately, Sharks, you played Ameristanzi. He had 191 points, thanks to the Ravens' defense, 36 points, and Jason Witten with his 23. A little resurgent game from Michael Turner, 29. And Ryan Matthews coming out of his shell, he's got 23. So, unfortunately, Bill, you couldn't win them both. But that was a good effort. Dragon Balls, Dragon Balls, Dragon Balls. Your team is just going down the toilet. Maybe you can win the toilet bowl. You got a struggling Rashard Mendenhall. Even though Matt Ryan hasn't been winning games, even though he did this week, Matt Ryan has been putting up points, so you can't blame it on him. Fitzgerald finally had a good game. Oh, I know what it is. It's Santonio Holmes. He sucks. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. He sucks. Yep, that's what it is. Because the rest of your team should be doing fairly good. Can you believe Jermichael Finley? Packers had 6 touchdowns and 4 were passing, and Jermichael Finley only got 6 points. He had 3 catches for 28 yards. All that scoring, and Jermichael Finley was like a no-show. Did he get hurt? I haven't heard anything. Let's see. Who else can I talk about? How about me? I mean, my team sucked. I got 116 points. Arkham Fugitives got 130. You're welcome. I mean, you didn't. You had a decent game, but anyone else probably could have came close to beating you. Not me though. I suck. Why do I suck so bad? Oh, Matt Schaub had a horrible game, and Steve Johnson had a come down to earth game. Rob Gronkowski had a big come down to earth game, and that's it. I mean, the rest of my team did fairly, just decent. I mean, if I would have had better games out of Steve Johnson and Gronkowski, I probably would have had about 130 to 140. I'm content with that. I should win every now and then. I don't know where I could have started Percy Harvin. I almost did actually. Not lying. I almost played Percy Harvin over Steve Johnson because Steve Johnson, I felt was gonna have one of these come down to earth games. I don't know. I just had a feeling, but I kept him in there. Maybe I'll still leave him in there. I just have to. The boys, is it time for me to give you props? Do I need to give you props? I mean, Fitzpatrick, he really didn't do anything for you. You got 155 points. None thanks to Fitzpatrick. He only got you 15 and a half. But Mark Sanchez only would have got you 0.25, not like 25, 0.25. So luckily he didn't play him. But what else did you get? You had Blunt, who did good for you. Hightower is going to be struggling now. But if people don't see, you got Beanie Wells on your team. So I guess you can now stop playing Hightower and start playing Beanie Wells. And Fred Jackson, I'll give you props. That's a nice pickup. I had no faith in him. Somebody had to have, and you're the lucky guy that did. You got Hakeem Nicks. Now this Damian Williams, he's a receiver for Tennessee. He had 1 catch. Lucky you. One of them was for the touchdown. And Jimmy Graham I do like because I had big hopes for him. I guess you could be playing Chris Wells and Victor Cruz for now on, huh? That's what I'm seeing. So you got a good team. You're an injury away from sucking, though. I'll tell you that much. That's right. Captain Insanos, you struggled a bit. It looks like you're going to be struggling a lot this year. I'm looking at your starting lineup. Well, you had Gore on the bench, that's why. Who would have thought he was going to do that, coming off this injury all week they're talking about. And Wes Welker still puts up his 30 points. That guy is like, you know how Calvin Johnson's called Megatron? I don't know, maybe they should call Wes Welker Optimus Prime or something. I don't know. He's like a midget, but maybe not like Optimus Prime. How about like Bumblebee? How about Bumblebee? Or Starscream. There you go. We'll call Wes Welker Starscream. That's good. He's freaking awesome. Let's go brag on with Old Influence. He beat the Cardiac Kids 167 to 155. That was a nice high-scoring game. Too bad one of you had to lose. Man, Cardiac Kids got a little team going. As long as they stay healthy. I mean, he's got Sean Green on his bench, so that'll be good. And Aaron Hernandez when he gets healthy. Whew, watch out for the Cardiac Kids when Aaron Hernandez gets healthy. Got Michael Vick, Sproles, James Starks, Des Bryant, Vincent Jackson, Mike Williams from Tampa Bay. Watch out when Aaron Hernandez gets healthy. He'll be having a tough lineup. Because he's got a little bit of running back depth if Sean Green or LaDainian can do something eventually. According to Rex Ryan, they're going to go back to the pound it, how do you say it, smash and pound game, or I don't know. Sounds like they're going to be running the ball a lot again. But you still lost this week, Cardiac Kids, to Old Influence. Old Influence has had Eli Manning resurge this year. Last year he was a bust. So far this year he's been averaging 30 points a game easily. And he did it again with 32. Matt Forte had a resurgent game, getting 38. Is that what I read? Almost 39. Steven Jackson, welcome back. Calvin Johnson, always good. Denarius Moore even got a late touchdown to get him into double digits. You played Lance Moore. Nice move. 5 for 50, not bad. Who'd you have on your bench? Brandon Lloyd. I don't get that. You're the second person that had Brandon Lloyd on their bench. They're playing the Packers, who have been giving up yards because everyone's playing from behind. I don't know. I would have definitely played Brandon Lloyd over Lance Moore for sure. Well, maybe not Lance Moore. Probably over Denarius Moore. Probably that's what I probably would have done. But hey, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because you still won. So shut up, Corey. Let's see. Cardiac Kids did come back and beat the Captain Insanos. Dirty Engines. Poor Dirty Engines. Why? We already went over why you suck right now. Arkham Fugitives got the win. Matt Stafford, Javid Best, the little Detroit combo. I know what Arkham Fugitives' problem is going to be. Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne is going to be your Achilles heel this year. You're just going to have to bench that boy and play Sidney Rice. Do it. Either that or, and you're gonna, once Daniel Thomas comes back, you'll be playing him. You'll be, man. Fugitives, you're gonna start winning soon, but not yet. Soon, but not yet. Maybe soon, not soon enough. You're gonna start winning to get you a number 1 or 2 seed in the toilet bowl. How about that? Will that make you happy? You'll be at least the number 1 or 2 seed, just for the wrong playoffs. Let's see. I talked about Dragon Balls. You lost. Old influence. The Sharks. I already talked about that game. Vash. I haven't talked about you, have I? Vash plays me. Has an easy victory. Go figure. My team blows. We know this. I had Jamal Charles. I don't have him anymore. So now my team is kind of struggling. I'm trying to find myself. I need to go to Africa one day and just take a walkabout. No, that's Australia, not Africa. I need to go to Australia and do a walkabout and maybe find myself and get centered, and maybe then I'll come back and I'll start winning again. Until then, I'm going to suck. But Mark, your team, Cam Newton has been the big surprise stud with Arian Foster waking up, and you got Adrian Peterson. Dwayne Bowe finally had a great game. Julio Jones did too. You might have something in the making. You just need a better tight end. Who the heck is Julius Thomas? Tight end for Denver. He got you 0, whoever he is. You got Willis McGahee on your bench too. Man, what the heck are you doing? I guess it's a tough decision. Who do you play? Willis McGahee or Julio Jones or Macklin or Bowe? Man, you got some tough decisions. At least you got easy bye week fillers. So, Mark, your team is looking like it's stepping up and going to be playing pretty well now that Cam Newton... And you got Phillip Rivers. I would be trading one of those guys. Why are you not trying to trade him? I don't know why I'm trying to help you either. I don't know. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Never mind. TD Racing. Hey, you look like me. You scored 0.25 points better than me. Good job. We both suck. TD Racing. Why do you suck? Let's see. Let's investigate your team. Joseph Adai. Losing time dramatically to Delani Carter. Deion Branch, 2 weeks in a row, pretty much a dud. I don't understand that. He looked to be a go-to guy the first 2 weeks. Now, nothing. Andre Johnson, out 2 to 3 weeks now. Ouch. But you got Steve Smith. Dallas Clark, another big bust, thanks to Peyton Manning. What else? On your bench. Anything on your bench? Oh, I know why you suck. Because you don't have depth and you don't have a good starting lineup. I'm being silly and honest at the same time. I'm sorry. I mean, you got Drew Brees and LaShawn McCoy and Steve Smith and Andre Johnson when he's healthy, when he gets healthy. But that's it. The rest of your team, I mean, you might want to start playing Jermaine Grisham instead of Dallas Clark. I mean, Clark really is going to be a bust this year because of Peyton not being there. So, I'm sorry. You and me are in the same boat. We suck. It's just this is the first time I've sucked, and last year you did okay. I'm sorry. I don't know. I gotta stop bashing people. I'm so mean. I mean, at least I have a horrible team too. I've been bashing myself. It's not like I'm leaving myself out. My team sucks. Gosh. I mean, I'm in 6 leagues. I'm undefeated in 1, and I'm in last place in all five of the other ones. If that makes anyone feel better, I am sucking in 5 of my 6 leagues. So there. Okay? So anyway, I was going to